The red wine splashed across her white maternity dress like blood, and the entire restaurant fell silent as the pregnant woman's face twisted from shock to rage, but nobody knew the real reason the black waitress's hands were shaking so badly that night. Before we dive in, drop your city in the comments. We'd love to know where you're watching from. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another powerful story like this. Now, let's continue. Maya's eyes filled with tears as whispers erupted around her. 5 years of perfect service, never a drop spilled, until tonight, when it mattered most. "You stupid girl!" The pregnant woman's husband jumped to his feet, his face turning as red as the Cabernet now soaking his wife's expensive dress. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" Maya tried to speak, but the words caught in her throat. The restaurant manager was already rushing over, apologies spilling from his lips faster than the wine had from her tray. Around them, other diners pulled out phones, capturing her humiliation from every angle. "I'm so sorry," Maya finally managed, her voice barely a whisper as she grabbed napkins. "Please, let me help." "Don't touch her!" The husband slapped Maya's hand away. "Rachel, are you okay? The baby?" Rachel cradled her round belly protectively, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I want to go home, David. Everyone's staring." Maya's manager, Mr. Peterson, gripped her arm tightly. "Break room, now!" His whisper was like ice against her ear. As Maya was pulled away, she caught a final glimpse of Rachel's face. Something flashed in the pregnant woman's eyes beyond anger. Recognition? Impossible. They'd never met before tonight. In the break room, Maya collapsed into a chair, her entire body trembling. 5 years, Maya! 5 years without incident! Mr. Peterson paced, running his hands through thinning hair. "And you choose tonight to fall apart? The Hamiltons are our most important customers. He's on the city council." "My hands," I saw her face and just froze. "I don't care if you recognize the Queen of England. You're done for tonight." He tossed her a check. "Take a few days off. I'll call you when this blows over." But Maya knew better. In restaurants like this, a few days off meant forever. Outside, the cool night air hit her tear-stained face. Her phone buzzed with a notification. Already the video was spreading. "Clumsy waitress ruins pregnant woman's night," with comments pouring in, each one a fresh wound. Maya sank onto a bench at the bus stop, her mind racing back to this morning when her day had started so differently. 12 hours earlier, Maya had stood before her bathroom mirror, practicing her smile. Today marked 5 years at Bellini's, the upscale Italian restaurant where she'd worked her way up from dishwasher to senior waitress. 5 years of double shifts and perfect service while putting herself through nursing school. "Just 3 more months," she told her reflection. 3 more months and you'll be Nurse Maya Johnson." Her phone chimed with a message from her younger brother. "Big sis, got that internship? Celebration dinner this weekend?" Maya smiled. At 20, Marcus was following her footsteps into healthcare. Their mother would have been so proud of them both. "Yes, so proud of you! Dinner on me Saturday." She tucked her textbook into her bag, she'd study during her break, and headed out, completely unaware that by midnight her life would be unraveling. The first half of her shift passed normally. Maya moved between tables with practiced grace, remembering every preference, charming every customer. Tips flowed generously. Then Mr. Peterson pulled her aside. "The Hamiltons just called for a last-minute reservation," he said, straightening his tie nervously. "David Hamilton and his wife are coming in an hour. I'm giving them to you." "The city councilman?" asked Maya. "Yes, and he's bringing potential investors. This is huge for us." Mr. Peterson gripped her shoulder. "No mistakes tonight, Maya." When the Hamiltons arrived, Maya was ready with her warmest smile. David Hamilton entered first, tall, commanding, in an expensive suit. Behind him waddled his very pregnant wife, Rachel, glowing in a white dress that showcased her round belly. Something about Rachel's face made Maya pause. Those eyes, had they met before? "Good evening," Maya said, pushing the strange feeling aside. "Welcome to Bellini's." David barely glanced at her. "We'll need your best table. My wife is 7 months pregnant and needs to be comfortable." Throughout the meal, Maya provided flawless service despite David's increasingly demanding behavior. Nothing she did seemed good enough. The water wasn't cold enough, the bread wasn't warm enough, his steak was overcooked, then undercooked when replaced. Rachel, meanwhile, barely spoke, keeping her eyes down. Once, when David left for the restroom, she looked directly at Maya with an expression that seemed almost apologetic. It was during dessert when everything fell apart. Maya approached with their wine, non-alcoholic for Rachel, and expensive red for David. As she leaned to place Rachel's glass, their eyes met fully for the first time that evening. In that instant, Maya remembered. 5 years ago, the free clinic where Maya volunteered. A young woman with a bruised face claiming she fell downstairs. Maya had helped her, given her resources for domestic violence victims, held her hand while she cried. The woman never returned for follow-up care. That woman was Rachel. The shock of recognition made Maya's hands tremble violently. The wine glasses tipped, red liquid cascaded across Rachel's white dress. And now, hours later, Maya sat alone at the bus stop, jobless and humiliated. The video went viral overnight. By morning, Maya had hundreds of messages, some supportive, many cruel. Her phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello? Is this the waitress from last night?" A man's voice, cold and familiar. Maya's stomach dropped. "Mr. Hamilton? Listen carefully. That video makes my wife look bad. People are questioning why she reacted so strongly. Some are even sympathizing with you." Maya remained silent. "I'm on the city council. I have connections. If you speak to anyone about last night, if you give interviews or try to play the victim, I'll make sure you never work in this city again. Understand?" The line went dead. Maya's hands trembled again. Not from shock this time, but rage. She'd lost her job, her dignity, and now he was threatening her future? All because of an accident? But was it just about the spilled wine? Or had he somehow seen the recognition pass between her and Rachel? Maya's phone buzzed with a text from her brother. "Sis, you're all over social media. You okay?" Before she could respond, another message came through, this one from an unknown number. "This is Rachel Hamilton. We need to talk. Please meet me at Riverfront Park at 10 a.m. Come alone." Maya stared at the message, heart pounding. Should she go? It could be a trap. But if Rachel truly remembered her too? At 10 a.m. sharp, Maya sat on a bench overlooking the river. Families strolled by. Children laughed, completely unaware of how her world had shattered overnight. "Thank you for coming." Maya turned to find Rachel standing there, wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap, her pregnant belly prominent under a loose sweater. "I wasn't sure you'd show," Maya said carefully. Rachel sat beside her, keeping distance between them. "Your husband?" Rachel nodded, removing her sunglasses. A faint bruise shadowed her left cheekbone, expertly covered with makeup, but visible in the morning light. "You recognized me last night, at the clinic 5 years ago." "Yes." "I recognized you too. That's why I reacted so dramatically. I was afraid David would see it on my face, that he'd realize we had a connection." Maya studied the woman beside her. "You never came back to the clinic. David found the pamphlets you gave me. That was a bad night." "And now?" Maya gestured to Rachel's belly. "This baby is my chance to start over." Rachel's voice cracked. David wants a son. He's been kinder during the pregnancy, more careful. Until last night, Maya said softly. Rachel's silence was answer enough. I lost my job because of what happened. I know. Rachel reached into her purse, hands trembling. That's why I wanted to meet. David is destroying the restaurant review footage from last night. He doesn't want evidence of how he behaved before the wine spilled. He handed Maya an envelope. It's not enough, but it might help until you find something else. Maya didn't open it. I don't want your money, Rachel. I want my job back. I'm 3 months from finishing nursing school. Rachel's eyes widened. Nursing school? You followed through. Someone should, Maya said pointedly. The pregnant woman flinched. You don't understand. David is powerful. His family practically owns this city. And you think that gives him the right to hurt you? To threaten me? To control everything? No, but there's always a but with men like him, Rachel. Always a reason to stay one more day. Rachel's hands moved protectively over her belly. It's different now. I have the baby to think about. That baby deserves a mother who's safe, who shows them what strength looks like. Tears filled Rachel's eyes. I'm not strong like you. You were strong enough to meet me today, Maya countered. That took courage. They sat in silence, watching the river flow past. Finally, Rachel spoke again. There's something else you should know. David's planning to sue the restaurant. He's already called his lawyer. Maya felt sick. Over spilled wine? It's not about the wine. It's about control, about making examples of people who displease him. Rachel hesitated. But I have something that might help you. She pulled out her phone, fingers shaking as she navigated to a video. I started recording when he got aggressive with the servers, before the wine incident. I've been documenting things, just in case. The video showed David berating staff, making racist comments under his breath, deliberately tripping a busboy. Then Maya approaching with the wine, the moment of recognition between the women, the spill. He doesn't know I have this, Rachel whispered, if it got out. Maya stared at her. Are you suggesting what I think you are? I'm not suggesting anything. Rachel returned the phone to her purse. I'm just saying evidence exists that tells a different story than the one going viral. Why would you help me? You'd be risking everything. Rachel's hand returned to her belly. Because 5 years ago, you were the only person who saw me, really saw me. And last night, I failed to do the same for you. I should go. He tracks my phone. As Rachel turned to leave, Maya called after her. What are you going to do about your situation? Rachel looked back, a new resolve in her eyes. I'm going to have this baby, and then I'm going to make some changes. You don't have to do it alone. Neither do you. She nodded toward the envelope. My personal number is in there, not the one he monitors. After Rachel left, Maya opened the envelope. Inside was $5,000 in cash and a note with a phone number. Written beneath it, sometimes spilling wine is the beginning of something, not the end. 2 weeks passed. Maya applied for other restaurant jobs, but word had spread. No one would hire the wine girl. Her savings dwindled. The viral video followed her everywhere. Then came a call from Mr. Peterson. The Hamiltons dropped their lawsuit threat, he said without preamble. And David Hamilton has been notably silent on social media lately. Maya said nothing. There's also been another development. A video surfaced showing Mr. Hamilton's behavior that night, before the incident. Maya's heart raced. What does that mean? It means I owe you an apology, and your job back if you want it. She did need the money. When can I start? Tonight, if possible. And Maya, there's someone who specifically requested you as their server. Table 7 at 8 o'clock. When Maya arrived at work that evening, her coworkers welcomed her with hugs and relief. The viral storm had shifted. People were now questioning David Hamilton's character instead of her competence. At 8 o'clock, Maya approached table 7 to find Rachel sitting alone, a small suitcase beside her. "No wine this time," Rachel said with a small smile. "Just water, please." Maya noted the absence of both David and Rachel's wedding ring. "Special occasion?" "You could say that." Rachel's hands rested on her belly. "The video mysteriously made its way to David's political opponents and business partners. He's been busy doing damage control." "Sounds stressful," Maya said carefully. "It gave me the window I needed. I'm staying with my sister in Chicago. My flight leaves in 3 hours." Maya glanced at the suitcase. "Does he know?" "He will soon, along with the divorce papers my lawyer filed today. The baby's a girl, by the way, not the son he wanted." "His loss," Maya said. Rachel reached for Maya's hand. "I never thanked you. 5 years ago or 2 weeks ago. You saw me when I was invisible. You spilled wine on me and somehow woke me up." "Sometimes accidents aren't really accidents," Maya replied. "I have a favor to ask." Rachel pushed an envelope across the table. "This is a check for a scholarship fund, for students pursuing nursing degrees. I want you to administer it." Maya stared at the check. The amount made her dizzy. "David's family money should do some good for a change," Rachel explained. "Consider it an investment in people who actually help others." "Rachel, I don't know what to say." "Say you'll stay in touch. My daughter's going to need strong women in her life to look up to." Later that night, after Rachel had gone and the restaurant had closed, Maya sat with Mr. Peterson, reviewing her schedule for the coming weeks. "You know," he said hesitantly, "we could use an assistant manager, someone who stands by their principles even when it's hard." Maya thought about how a single moment, wine spilling across white fabric, had changed everything. "I'd like that, but I can only work until graduation. After that, I have patients to care for." Mr. Peterson smiled. "Of course, some people are meant for bigger things than catching falling glasses." 6 months later, Maya stood in her graduation gown, nursing degree in hand. Among the cheering crowd were her brother, her restaurant colleagues, and, surprisingly, Rachel, holding a baby girl with curious, intelligent eyes. Sometimes life's biggest messes lead to our greatest blessings. Sometimes the truth spills out exactly when it needs to, even if it stains everything in its path first. What would you have done in Maya's shoes, or in Rachel's? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about courage, connection, and the spilled wine moments that change our lives forever.